Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. Welcome to my review for the MomoTaro figure from the upcoming 46th Super Sentai series, Avataro Sentai Donbrothers. And just like with Any Ride-On, this was sort of released as a preview figure. I'm a little bit late with the review, I apologize. I got this EMS and there was a huge shipping delay for some reason, like the longest it's ever taken me to get EMS package, so that's why the review's so late, I apologize. But if you don't know, this is a continuation of the same type of figure we did last year with Zenkaigers, which basically lasted through 2 Kaiser, but we got pretty much all the main characters. And it's really nice that they're continuing this line because I personally like it. A lot of people bring up how these are basically, you know, already painted Shoto figures, which is fine because I don't like having to put on stickers myself. Put the stickers on for me. I'm not sure made. Like, I'm just not a fan of those figures personally because of that reason, but I like having a figure here that you can that's already painted, and they do kind of resemble, in terms of base mold, those old bike figures from the 90s, if you recall those. I think they did them in Japan too, but they did them for like Zeo and Turbo and MMPR, and they resemble that structure, so they're not going to be a more accurate Lightning Collection figure arts mold, but I like having a main line of figures that you can get, because Japan usually, for whatever reason, doesn't like basic action figures, and so it's actually nice to get these, and I like them for what they are. Kind of like the Rider figures of a semi-similar style. They hit all the right details. It's not going to be the most detailed thing you're ever going to get, but it hits all the main important details to make a decently accurate representation. You know, for having this sort of old bike figure mold, it's decently accurate in regards to proportion. The back's a little basic, the blaster you get with it's a little basic, but it's kind of expected, and they're not the best thing in the world, but I personally really dig them. The articulation on them is really nice. You have a nice ball joint here, swiveling, knee joint, you have a little foot that I just accidentally pulled off. We have a nice little ball joint there at the foot. You do get some waist articulation here, and you get a nice ball joint on the head, so it's all around very solid. It's kind of like right between a Power Rangers basic figure and like a Figure Art or Lightning Collection, but you get a good range of motion out of these, and they're overall very solid and decent figures, and like I said, I'm just glad to have them. In fact, Zenkaiger versions were my personal favorite thing, or one of my favorite things out of the Zenkaiger line, because I liked being able to have basic figures of these. One thing neat you can do with this, which I suppose you can do with any figure, is that they advertise him as being able to ride on the In Your Ride-On, which we'll cut away to right now. So here we have that. Like, obviously, you could have put Zenkaiger on there, you could put pretty much any figure that will fit on there, but it's kind of a neat little early promo they did with releasing this bike and having him be able to ride on it since he appeared in the show, and it's a nice little bit of continuity between the mecha line and the figure line, and it's just overall a nice little bonus. I really hope they continue little previews like this. Like, I don't know if future Sentais will ever have sequel elements like Donbrothers is, and we'll get like a mecha that works with the old one, but it would be cool if they released like one figure early every year like they do with Rider as a nice little preview. But overall, this isn't the best figure of all time, but I think it's very solid for what it is at the price point, and if you're impatient about a potential figure art, or you just want a figure for your Donbrothers collection, I can recommend it. We know for a fact they are doing the other 4 to complete the core 5. This is just an early preview, and in fact they are also doing a complete set of 5, so if you want to pick them all in one swoop, you can do that. There's lots of little combo packs in Donbrothers for whatever reason. But anyway, that's about it for this one, guys. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you know who's from my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.